Hi guys and welcome to MotorBeam. The Indian auto market sees a lot of launches every year. Now some cars don't generate enough hype, while some cars create so much hype that people go mad in anticipation. The Tata Harrier is one such car. Showcased at the 2018 Auto Expo as the H5X concept, the production version of this SUV was launched in January 2019. Tata hasn't really made a lot of major changes to the styling of the 2020 Harrier. Yes, it does get some extra chrome over here and over here, and the front bumper gets an all-black color theme unlike the older car which gets a silver skid plate. Now the updated Harrier also gets a new design for the alloy wheels, and you can also have it with a dual-tone body color option, that is with the red or the white exterior body colors. Now Tata has discontinued the older copper, silver and gold body colors, but the Harrier also gets a new cocoa body color option. Now, if we talk about the dual-tone body color options, the updated Harrier can be had with a black roof with the white and red body colors. In the festive season of 2019, Tata Motors brought in the dark edition of the Harrier, a full blacked out gangster edition. Now sales weren't all that high because other compact SUVs were raking in a lot of sales. They were cornering a lot of customers. The Kia Seltos had become a rage. Even the MG Hector was fetching a decent number of sales, and that is why the Harrier's sales weren't all that great. Now come 2020, Tata Motors brought in the updated version of the Harrier. This is BS6 compliant, and it comes with a lot of useful, significant updates. I think the Tata Harrier looks the best from this angle. The rear looks so stylish and it reminds you of the Range Rover Velar. Now if you compare the rear bumpers of both the cars, the updated model gets an all-black bumper with chrome finish for the fake exhaust tips, while the rear bumper of the older model gets a matte silver finish, and I think this one looks a bit better. Tata Motors recently launched the Harrier Camo Edition, which looks absolutely dope. When we drove the Harrier for the first time, we loved a lot of things. We did not like a few things. The design turned out to be one of the biggest USPs of the Harrier. The eye-catchy styling appealed to the customers who weren't even considering a vehicle of this segment. The Harrier's Omega platform is derived from the D8 platform of the Land Rover Discovery Sport. Driving the 2019 Tata Harrier, now this gets a 2-liter multi-jet 2 diesel engine sourced from Fiat. Now Tata calls it the Cryotech engine, and it makes 140 PS and 350 Newton meters. This same engine is offered on the Jeep Compass and the MG Hector. Those cars get the higher 170 PS tune. Now 140 PS for this car doesn't really mean it is underpowered. Power delivery is sufficient, the mid-range is good, but some more power would have been really better. Now the engine is decently refined, but it is not very quiet. Some of the clatter is heard inside the cabin, and this one is offered only with a 6-speed manual. There is no automatic on offer. The clutch is quite light, but the gear shifts are a bit notchy, but they are not too heavy. This SUV is offered with 3 driving modes. You get Eco, City and Sport modes. The 2019 Tata Harrier has an air-air fuel efficiency figure of 16.7 km per litre. Now if we compare this to the 2020 model, the manual variant delivers 16.35 km per litre, while the automatic delivers 14.63 km per litre. Now this car doesn't have a sunroof, and the outside rear mirrors are big. They do create a blind spot, which can be an issue in crowded city roads. Driving the updated Tata Harrier, now this gets the same 2-liter diesel engine which has been sourced from Fiat, but this one makes 170 PS, which is 30 PS more than the older model. The peak torque output is the same at 350 Newton meters, but this one gets a 6-speed torque converter automatic sourced from Hyundai. This car feels much punchier than before, and overtaking other vehicles is quite an easy task now. The older car did not really feel underpowered as such, but who doesn't love more power? Now talking about the 6-speed automatic, this gearbox has been calibrated nicely to the engine. It might not be the quickest around, but it is quite smooth. This 6-speed torque converter also gets a manual Tiptronic mode. One more thing that I noticed while driving the updated Harrier is the fact that this one feels more refined than before, and the engine clatter isn't as audible. Apart from that, there are no major mechanical changes, and this one also gets the same City, Eco and Sport driving modes. And one more important change over here is the new design for the outer rear view mirrors. The new mirrors are smaller in size, more aerodynamic, but the most important thing is the fact that they really reduced the blind spot, which was a sore point in the older Harrier. The suspension of the Harrier has been tuned in a brilliant manner, which is typical Tata Motors fashion, and this car really gobbles up potholes for breakfast. The ride quality is really good and comfortable both at the front and the rear, and this car remains quite planted out on the highways. The steering also weighs up pretty nicely on the highways, but at city speeds it does feel a bit heavy. The Harrier gets some off-road oriented features, and this car performs quite well in off-road scenarios, but obviously you cannot take it for a proper hardcore off-road session, something that you could do with a proper SUV like the Safari Storm, because this one doesn't get 4x4 or all-wheel drive. However, the Harrier does get a wet mode and a rough road driving mode. The tyres of this SUV offer good grip, the ground clearance is more than enough, and even the braking performance is quite good. The Harrier gets disc brakes at the front, drum brakes at the rear. Disc brakes at the rear would have been even better. The Tata Harrier gets ESP, hill hold control, traction control, rollover mitigation, corner stability control, brake disc wiping, ABS with EBD, and dual front airbags as standard right from the base trim, while you also get 6 airbags, hill descent control, off-road ABS and ISO fixed child seat mounts on the XZ and XZ Plus trims, both with manual and automatic. The 2020 Tata Harrier gets a nice panoramic sunroof. We Indians are obsessed with sunroofs, and I think Tata should have offered this feature from day one. Thanks bro. Essential. The updated Harrier gets an auto-dimming inside rear view mirror, something which was a glaring omission on the older car. Now this one also gets electric adjustment for the driver's seat along with adjustable lumbar support, and Tata Motors has also introduced the XT Plus variant of the Harrier, which gets a sunroof, and this variant is priced somewhere around rupees 17 lakhs, and because of this it has been attracting some buyers from the lower segments. We loved the Tata Harrier then, we love it now. It looks amazing, it drives really well, and it offers an involving feel. Yes, it does miss out on a few gizmos offered by the Koreans, and yes, the top variants do feel a bit pricey, but you also have to consider the fact that the Harrier is more SUV compared to the other offerings in this price range. With the updated model, Tata Motors has also ironed out the niggles of the previous model.
But both the cars are the same.
No bro, they are not the same.
On that note, thank you so much for watching. We hope you liked it.
Make sure to subscribe to the MotorBeam channel.